Welcome to the most official, unofficial. It's your host, Double M. Here, another off-the-cuff episode, talking about some legal issues in the hip-hop world, the hip-hop community. As you recall, last time I talked about Drake and Aiden Ross deal. I mentioned Cameron and J. Cole. We're going to talk about that. Some other ones I haven't got to yet regarding Pharrell Williams and his former Neptune's partner, Chad Hugo. I'll talk about that eventually too. But Cameron finally opened up about J. Cole and their issues. Cameron filed a civil complaint back in October of 2025 regarding Cole. J. Cole owed him a favor. Basically, Cameron and J. Cole collaborated on some music, going back to J. Cole's last album and then the last mixtape too. Might Delete Later. They collaborated on a song, if y'all recall. Cameron gave him a verse in the exchange. This is all in the legal filing here. But Cameron gave him a verse, and he's like, hey, in exchange, you give me a verse from you, J. Cole, and then a later project, or we can sit down, do an interview on my podcast. He has the couple podcasts now on his network, the Is What It Is podcast of him and Mace and Treasure Wilson. There's Talk with Flea. This week he went on his very podcast, Talk with Flea, and finally opened up about the civil complaint, legal complaint with J. Cole. Basically saying, hey man, it was basically to get his attention. Like, I've been after you a couple years now about this favor you owed me. It's time to turn in that favor, and then when it happened, we'll come up. Cole be like, I'm not in the mood right now. I'm on some other things right now. I'll get to it when I get to it, and then kind of kept kicking the can down the road, and eventually, Cameron's like, I gotta get your attention some way. So, and in that legal dispute, he mentioned that, it's either, again, you give me a verse, you give me an interview, or if not, I'm demanding $500,000, $500,000 was also mentioned in that legal complaint. So here, we're gonna take a quick listen. What Cameron had to say is a clip from his Talk with Flea podcast. Take a listen.
This is exactly what happened. On his first project he did, I did an intro for him. I told him I may need a verse whenever I get a project done. I need a verse. I'm exaggerating. He's like the shock rain right now. And, the moon got aligned with the stars. And, when I write, I put my all into it. Okay, let's put your all into it then. Then I say, you know what? Forget the record. Let's do an interview. Bet I got you. I got a project coming out in June. Let's do it around there. Cool, June is coming. Oh, we pushed the album back. I don't want to just do an interview. Now we're going to do it in October. All right, I'll call you back in October. This is when all the beef is going on with Kendrick Lamar. I can't do it now because I don't feel like talking about that right now. I said, look, I'll do the interview. I won't even bring that up. He says, nah, I can't do no interview and not talk about it. Well, when can I get the interview? February. I'm dead ass on February. February come. Y'all still working, man.
Okay, so back here, again, so J. Cole, we go back a couple weeks ago. He dropped a mixtape recently with DJ Clue, Birthday Blizzard 26. Got an album coming out this week, Friday. The Fall Off, the much anticipated album, The Fall Off. So did Cameron and J. Cole maybe finally had finally discussed their agreement? We'll see. Maybe Cameron will make an appearance on the album. Although I doubt it. We'll see. But going back to the law, to the civil complaint, seems like Cameron's moved on from this. Maybe they finally have an agreement here. Cole finally returns that favor. Maybe we get a verse. Lately, as far as music with Cameron goes, we get it from the freestyles every new season on It Is What It Is. Haven't really got an album or a mixtape or a project from Cam in a long time. So I would like to think maybe it's an interview. Maybe, J. Cole doesn't do a lot of interviews. Maybe he returns he finally returns the favor on Cameron's podcast, It Is What It Is, or Talk with Flea, whatever platform he wants to appear on. I would imagine that. I hate to see this, bad business is bad business. You know, y'all have an agreement, handshake agreement, written agreement, and a written agreement, and it doesn't go through. You know, Cameron had to do what he had to do. So that's what it seems like it is. We didn't hear from Cole's side from this, but again, reading through the complaint, seems like that's what it was. Hey, I did a verse for you on your project back in the last album. Forgive me, can't think of the name of Cole's last album right now, but you know what I'm talking about. Again, I'll give you another verse on your Might Delete Later project back in 2024. Okay, and Cam mentioned this too, as we just heard the clip. You and Cole and Drake getting the whole battle kicks off. Okay, you bow out the battle. You feel some kind of way about it. You want to take some time off from rapping and hip hop right now. That's cool. That's understandable. But you still owe me this favor. You know, either give me this verse or come do an appearance on my show. So all that Cam discussed. We'll see what happens going forward. No pun intended. It is what it is. Hopefully, he doesn't bring up another civil dispute against Jermaine again. Hate to see that. But we'll see what happens going forward. Maybe it's addressing the fall off. Maybe we finally get an interview on Cam's show. We'll see what happens. But hey, remember, hit that like, hit that subscribe button to the Most Official Unofficial, so you can keep continuing to get the updates from me about this stuff. Appreciate y'all watching. See y'all next one.
The number you have dialed has been changed. The new number is, please note, the new number is